Programming 301, Lesson 15, Power-Ups and Effects. So we're going to learn how to make power-ups using variables and effects. We'll be using true, false variables, variable timer, and effects. In this lesson, there are no new blocks, no new vocabulary. Let's go ahead and walk right through it. I'm going to skip this part. So to make games more interesting, we can add power-ups. So when they, like in this, it says after the dragon collects the gem, it will be able to shoot 3 fireballs at once. So I always think about Mario games, and I say that all the time, but that Mario is like my favorite type of game, any of the Mario games. And so like if Mario collects like certain mushrooms, he gets certain powers that go with it, like the fireball, the raccoon tail, things like that. So we're going to do the same kind of thing here with our dragon. So we're going to make it so that the dragon can shoot 3 fireballs instead of just 1. So we're going to learn more about using global variables, creating the gem power up, and then we're going to program the dragon to shoot those fireballs. So global variables are, remember, the variables that can be accessed by any actor or the stage in the entire game. It's global. Anyone can use it. Anyone can change it. We're going to use one that they created. It's called triple shot. And we're going to use that to determine whether the dragon has gotten that power up yet. And if he has, he can shoot the 3 fireballs. Okay. Otherwise, he'll just shoot the 1 if that's at 0, which means false. And then 1 if it's going to be true. So it's going to start out at 0 because the dragon will not have that power up yet. So when the dragon collects the gem, we want him to be able to use that power up, to be able to have that 3 fireball shooting power. So to do that, we're going to set that triple shot variable to 1. So if you're thinking in binary, binary is very basic. It's a system of 0s and 1s, 0 being off and 1 being on, or you can think of it as true and false. So we're starting that variable triple shot 0 at false because we don't have the power up, but when we do get it, we'll change it to 1, which means true. So it says here to add the touching block. So we're going to say when touching the gem, we're going to set that triple shot to true. So he's got that power up. Then we need to check that variable. So the fireball is going to have to be checking to see if that condition is true or not, and then decide how many fireballs to shoot based on that. So if we look here and when the game starts, where it creates a clone of itself for the fireball, because that's how we're making those fireballs. Remember, we have the basic fireball that we never see, but it creates a clone of itself that we can then throw across the screen. So we'll grab this if and we'll put it underneath the clone. And this is where we're going to decide how many fireballs are going to shoot. So we're going to say if triple shot is greater than 0. Then we will create 2 extra clones. So we will point in 90 degrees, create a clone. So this point in direction, we're going to change it from 90 to 60. So it shoots at a little bit of an angle. And we're going to change any to self. We want to make a clone of ourself, so of the fireball. We need to do that again. So now we'll have 1 fireball, this one right here, that shoots straight out at 90, and we'll have one that shoots up this way at 60. We want another one that shoots at this angle, which is 120. So we'll pull out this directional block again, and we will go to 120. Oops. And we will create clone of self. That's how we're going to get those 3 fireballs to show up. So if we play this game now, if I get this gem, I should now be able to shoot 3 fireballs. And notice they're going at that fun angle, the 60, 90, and the 120. So you can hit a lot of planes at once. So there's a lot of different power-ups that you can use. So again, I'm going to go back to Mario because it's what I do all the time. Should probably learn some of the games that you guys like to play so I can use things that you think about. But there's the star. And if you play newer Mario games, the star's in there too. It's in Mario Kart. The star gives you an invincibility where nothing can hurt you, okay? So when the dragon is invincible, it can fly through planes without getting hurt. So we're going to create an invincibility power-up. We're going to add special effects to the dragon while the power-up is active. So we're going to change the way it looks a little bit. So let's look at this. We're going to make, they have made a global variable, or they're going to have us do it. Do they have it in here? Invincibility. Well, they have it over here. Invincibility represents how much time the dragon has spent being invincible. So this one's going to have a timer to it. So if you think about, again, a Mario game, when you collect that star, you only have that invincibility power for a short amount of time. We're going to do that same thing with the dragon. So let's pull this on start out. So we're going to set the score to 0 when we start our game. Triple shots at 0 or false because it's not. And invincibility is at 0 because he's not invincible right now. So when the dragon touches, so now we're on the dragon. When the dragon touches the green gem, so the red one gives us the triple fireball. The green gem is going to give invincibility 10. So that's our timer. So we're going to change that to 10. Now change by 10 is different than set. So if we change by 10, we can add 10 each time. So you can keep adding on to this one. So to become invincible, let's see. When the dragon runs into a plane, it should disappear. If it's invincible, then it's going to fly through without getting hurt. So we're going to use these blocks first to check to see whether or not the dragon is invincible. So we're going to say, when we're touching the plane, if invincibility is greater than 1, because remember 0 means we haven't touched that gem yet, but anything greater than 1, and we're still invincible. If it's greater than 1, we're going to hide. Otherwise, nothing's going to happen. So let's test this. I'm going to click start, and I need to get the green gem if I can get down here fast enough. All right, green gem, and then I got to go touch the plane. All right. So that invincibility is lasting forever because we haven't started counting down and taking away invincibility. And that's the whole use of the timer that I was talking about in the beginning. So what we're going to do is we're going to reduce over time what number is in that invincibility variable. So when invincibility is greater than 0, this is on the stage. So the stage is listening for this because that's that global variable it can use. It's going to act kind of like a timer, and it's going to take 1 away over and over again. But we're going to wait between times, okay? So you're going to have like 10 seconds, okay? So we're going to change by -1. So if invincibility is at 10, every second it's going to take away. So you'll get 10 seconds of invincibility. If you collect more gems, it'll keep adding to it, though. So if there's more green gems, you could have a lot more time of invincibility, just depending on how many green gems that you touch. So let's make it look cool, though. So you don't know that the dragon's invincible. If you think again back to the Mario games, Mario like flashes different colors, kind of like a yellowish, when he has the star, which is his invincibility. So we're going to add an effect to the dragon. So we're going to change the color of the dragon continuously when it's invincible. So here, while we are invincible, we're going to change its color effect by 10 and then wait. Just a little tiny bit so it flashes different colors. So it's going to change colors just a little bit inside this loop so we know it's going on. And this is doing that repeat while. Remember that that's going to happen until that's not true anymore. So as that invincibility counts down, once we are at 0, it will stop doing that effect. So let's try this guy out. I did drag. Oh, there's one more. Whoa. Where clear graphic effects? Oh, once the dragon is no longer invincible, the color effect needs to end because otherwise this will keep going to, we need to add this in to stop that color effect. And we're going to do that right after this repeat loop right here. We're going to plop that right in there. So after we've gone through that whole cycle of being invincible, we'll clear that graphic effect and go back to looking like normal again. All right, so let's try this out. We're not actually going to get to do very much other than see what's happening in our game here. So there's my color effect, which is so cool. Look at that. And while it's going, I can, oh, well, I ran out of invincibility and now I touch the plane, so I don't get to live anymore. But that's super cool. All right, so this is a puzzle. It says the enemy planes are in formation. Uh-oh. Can you program the dragon to be invincible and fly through the airships? Make sure the invincibility only lasts 10 seconds. Collect the green gem to become temporarily invisible. Fly through 3 waves of enemies and survive to win. So we need to code similar to what we just did. A lot of it's been done in the background. It says make sure your invisibility only lasts for 10 seconds. So first of all, let's talk about when we do the green gem. We're going to say when touching green gem occurs, we want to change invincibility by 10. So that gives us our invincibility. And then we got to start looking at the length of our invincibility and what's going to happen while we are. So while invincibility is greater than 0, so while we are invincible, we want to repeat until, or repeat while we are invincible. We're going to wait 1 second and change our invincibility by -1. So we'll take away that 1 every second so that we're only invincible for 10 seconds. Now we're going to try to collect these gems and we need to get through 3 waves of the planes to survive this. Wow, this should be fun. I actually want to add the color graphics in here. So repeat while invincibility is greater than, wait 1 second, change invincibility. I'm going to change color effect. And then at the end, I'm going to clear the graphics. Let's see if I screw it up doing that, but I want to see if I can do that in here. All right. Oh, there we go. Oh, it's flying nice. That's good. Oh, good. So I'm going to fly through these planes. I got to get through, how many sets of them did it say? 3? I'm hoping there's another gem coming for me. Oh, good, right here. But I got to get it real quick. Oh, man. The gem's behind it. Oh, but it's moving faster. Let's see. There we go. Got to back up a little. You might need to back up while you're running there. Excellent. All right, finally, power up. This project, we're going to create an underwater game with power-ups. Yay! It says, try this sample project. Control the mermaid hero with the arrow keys and space bar. The mermaid has 3 lives. Defeat as many enemies as you can. So control, space bar must be how we fight. We're going to defeat some enemies. All right, let me try this. I'm not in here, so I can't move. There we go. So I'm going to get these gems, and I'm invincible. Oh, you just get invincibility power. Oh, and I can shoot fireballs. That's cool. We're in water. You can't shoot fire in water. This is ridiculous. Super ridiculous. And that is not an underwater there. That is. I can, yeah. How long did it say? 3 lives. Defeat as many enemies as you can. I guess I can just keep playing it forever and a day. I've defeated 16 enemies already. I'm pretty amazing. Wow, look at me go. All right, we're going to make a similar game. I am not using unrealistic things, though. So we're going to create our own version of this game, add variables to control the health and the power-ups, and add visual effects to the hero. Using basically everything that we just learned, we're going to do this with a different game. So it says, make the game more fun by adding a health mechanic to your hero. Set the health to 3 when the game starts. So I'm on my hero. Oh, God, they do have all these dumb monsters. They're already programmed. I guess we're going to leave them in there. Ugh. Barf. All right. Set the health to 3. So I'm on the hero. On start, we need to set health to 3. I think I'm going to do I hate having all these extra on starts in here, but I also feel like it needs to be in a separate place so I don't forget it. All right. Let's go here and on start, I'm going to move this stuff around. They programmed a lot of this game for you. So like if you hit play, our mermaid moves, enemies come, gems come, just none of the interactions between our hero and the gems aren't working. Our hero and the bad guy interactions are working though. So, I mean, they've done a decent amount of code for you. So we'll just keep up with what they have on here, even though I very much dislike their monster choices. I would have chose sea creatures that looked like sea creatures. That's just me. All right, let's go to our variables. We need local variable health. So whenever we start this game, we want to set health to 3, because when we start the game, we have full health. So set health to 3. Hello. There we go. Make the fireball shoot only if the health is greater than 0. So we need to go to our fireball. And on our fireball, what we want to be looking for, let's look where we have our fireball. Switch to fireball, forever, space, press, go to hero, create clone of self, wait 5 seconds. Right now, that's our main fireball. We want to create oh, we can only shoot if our health is greater than 0. So we're going to add an if block around this. So let's go look here. Hello, if. There you are. So I'm going to add if here, and I'm going to grab all of this into here. So I will only want to be able to shoot if I have enough health to shoot, okay? This is looking at the property of health. So we're going to look at, oh, we need a greater than block first. This one right here, Boolean. So I went down into operator and I went under. So if you scroll down, 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 it's right here. This one, we need greater than. You could steal it from down here too, copy it and delete those pieces if you wanted to. So I want property of. Oh, we don't have health on here. You can't see health on the fireball. Can I type it in? I bet I can. I can. Health of hero is greater than 0. So if the health of the hero is greater than 0, then the fireball can be shot. Otherwise, no bueno. So add that if in. Let's see what else they want us to do. Decrease health by 1 every time the hero receives the hit message. So fireball, oh no, monster. Let's see. They're sending hit messages when we hit. So they've already done that for us. They've already put in the send message. So we need to listen for that message. If you remember, that is a when I receive message. So let's go to our little hero here. And he's got the when I receive hit. We have play the punch sound, but we haven't touched anything with the health. We do that thing where it's doing the fading in and out that you've been hit, and it resets the character, our hero, over. But we need to decrease the health by 1 every time they get that message. So we're going to play that sound. We need to know if his health is greater than 0, though, because if his health isn't greater than 0, we can't change it. Otherwise, it'll go to the negative numbers. So let's grab an if block, and I want us here, and operator greater than. So if my health, go to variables, is greater than 0, then I can do these things. We need another if block in here though. Or no, we don't need another. This is the if. We need the change in here now. So if the health is greater than 0, then we want to change. I'm going to play the sound regardless when I get hit. So I'm going to grab this one and pull it out, because no matter what, I want to hear that sound. Where'd my change go? Sorry, this goes back up in here. Change health by -1. So I'm going to take away 1 each time. All right. Play a hit animation when the hero is hit. If the health is 0, add special effects. So, I'm going to handle that over here. Let's go look at this with our health here. Let's always just check for it. And let's say, oh yeah, here, forever. Let's just keep checking his health. We need this health block. We need a different though. We want if it's less than. So check for if. There's different things that we can do, but if he's less than, I'm just going to have him kind of like flip all around for a little bit. So if health is less than 1, which means it's 0, we're going to change his rotation style. So let's look for these blocks. I don't want to go dig. We'll set his rotation style. Right now he only moves left and right, but we're going to set it to all around so that he can rotate and spin. And then let's repeat a bunch of times. Let's do a repeat, maybe 50, and turn. You can do any animation you want. I'm just choosing this one because why not? I'm going to turn like 25 degrees and then wait for just a smidge. And then I'll hide myself because I'm dead. All right, let's see how this works. I want to get that invincibility. Oh, I didn't do that yet. Sorry. Health. 1. I do the flash and it goes back. Flash and it goes back. And there's that spin. And he's gone. Perfect. That worked great. Excellent. All right. Let's keep score. Let's keep track of how many enemies we have damaged and destroyed. We're going to increase the score every time an enemy is hit by a fireball and make different enemies worth different amount of points. Okay. Well, we're going to have to start with each of the enemies. So let's go to this green monster. And this is touching here. All right, let's talk about the fireball in here. There we go. If touching clone a fireball, then delete this clone. Well, we need to change the score right here. So there's the code for it. If we're touching the fireball, delete this clone. But first, let's go to our variables and change score by 1. We'll do this for the ghost pirate. I'm going to do 2 points. Change score by 2. And the pirate octopus, that's definitely worth 3 points, because hello. All right, touching clone fireball. All right. Make different enemies worth different points. All right, so we did that. Let's make sure it's working before we move on, though. I'm going to hit play, and spacebar shoots this. We have to watch our score. So that one is worth 1. Excellent. There we go. Yes, that's working perfectly. All right. Whew. All right, we're going to do invincibility now. When we touch the purple gem, we want to delete it. So the purple gem, where are we? Purple gem says when a clone of the purple gem touches the hero, delete it. So we need to look for clone startup forever. I don't have any touching going on here yet. So let's add that in here. Probably in right where we're checking all of this stuff. Makes the most sense because that's where we're checking our location. So let's do an if and put it here. And we want to know if we're touching. Hero. So if we're touching the hero, we're going to change our invincibility. I'm going to do 10. I want 10 seconds. So those things come pretty fast. And then we need to delete that clone. Otherwise, it will just keep clogging up our system here. All right, let's test that. Purple gem. Touch, and you're deleted. Awesome. That works. Oh, they said 5. I don't want to do 5. Fine. Invincibility by 5 to make the hero invisible for 5 seconds. Change the invincibility barrel by 1 every second. So we need to go back to our hero, and we need to mess with our hero now when we're invincible. So we're going to go, and I'm going to do another on start, and we're going to mess with his invincibility. So we're going to say on start. Oh, whoops. I didn't want that. Did I just throw that in here somewhere? Oh, well. All right. Set invincibility to 0 to begin with. And then we need to be thinking, oops, some forever. Forever. How did I get to the wrong dude? There we go. Forever. We want to check to see if our invincibility is greater than 1. Operator greater than. Invincibility is greater than 1. So as long as our invincibility is greater than 1, and then we're going to repeat until, not while, until invincibility is less than 1. So we're going to repeat until invincibility, and I'll zoom in a little bit because that's pretty small. Invincibility is less than 1. Once that occurs, then we can do that color effect change. I'm going to have him smoosh in and out. I swear this is in here somewhere. Oh, that's on health, not invincibility. All right, so I'm going to do a repeat block. We'll just leave it at 10 for now and see how it looks. A wait block. We're just going to do like 1/10 of a second here. And then change that color effect. Here we go. Change color effect. We also need to take our invincibility down after this, inside of here, after your repeat, -1, and we have to clear those graphics when we're done with it, or it will look weird. All right. So that is, yep, changing it by every second. Yeah. I mean, they gave you some of that code. I gave you a bunch more than that. Let's make sure it works. Play. Purple gem. Yay. I can go through it. Yay. All right. And it lasts for that little bit of time. Awesome. And you can see that invincibility up there. All right. Visual effect to the hero. Yep, I already did this. Haha, fun. All right, we did that. We can make our own power-ups, speed boost, use the green gem to activate this. We could do that. So to do that with the green gem, because that green gem is just hanging out here. So if you look at that purple gem, we added, actually, let's just delete it. I don't want to add another power-up. This is a really long video. It's 30 minutes. Yeah, I'm going to get rid of that green gem, and now it's gone. All right, so that's that game. All you need to do is take the quiz, and you're done.